Guys, I'm gonna break this fucking monitor, bro. Hold up. Oh my god. Hold up. Let me show you guys. Cause you see how he has 19,000, right? This nigga has 19,500 viewers. You guys see that, right? Like, I'm not, everybody sees that, right? She has 25,000. You guys basically have the same amount of views. What is up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon. Stay busy. Back at you with another video. And I'm sure if you've been on Twitter, if you've been on YouTube, or Twitch, you have seen the recent allegations, and it's only getting worse. I don't know what's happening with Twitch when it comes to sexual assault, sexual harassment, but things are getting fucking crazy. Because supposedly, in the mix, Emiru, with the whole thing that happened to her at TwitchCon, she had finally came out and she exposed the fuck out of Mizkif. And from what I know, Mizkif was also getting exposed by a bunch of people who used to be affiliated with and or in OTK. So today we're going to be reacting to New Mizkif Allegations Are Horrific by Quinn Theo. So without further ado, we're gonna hop right into the video. Let's get it.
Rear-ending.
What I was saying before all that happened, tell me this does not look like Peter Griffin in the flesh.
Have been brought against Mizkif.
This don't look just like Peter Griffin
from another top streamer, Emiru, who's also
been in the news
this last week because they were SA'd at TwitchCon. But getting back to what we're talking about in this video, Emiru has made a lot of allegations toward Mizkif, and they're all horrific.
Thank you, Cloud. Thank you.
Directly accused him of psychological and domestic abuse, stalking, harassment, threats of blackmail, and SA. Now, she covered this all in about an hour and a half on a stream from today, and so I watched that entire thing. I'm going to break down the key points for it for you guys so you can understand what's going on. First things first, apologies.
Let's hear it, Peter.
My mic is getting moved around a lot. My mic arm broke, so I have to hold this while I'm going over all this. We're going to start first with this Dexerto article talking about this, simply because I want to give anybody who isn't aware of who these people are a little bit more context. Down here, so Emiru and Mizkif were previously in a relationship and lived together in Austin, Texas, close to other streamers, part of the
Emiru and Mizkif were in a relationship? Huh? He was hitting that? Mizkif was hitting Queen Emmy. What?
OTK One True King streaming organization. They were together with that. A lot of people that have just kind of like been aware of Twitch, and if you've kind of seen it here, there are clips that have, surfaced on the internet. There's a very good chance that you've seen Mizkif. He's been a very big streamer for quite some time now. And Emiru was living with him. They were never public about being in a relationship, but people suspected as much, being that they were in the same house. And of course, Emiru confirms this, talking about what she talked about today. Now, with that little bit of context out of the way, I want to show you guys the intro that
Mizkif was yapping nuts.
Emiru gave talking about this on her stream.
Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I have attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue, and just not make it a public thing.
Now, obviously, those are not light allegations. Those are some pretty heavy accusations to be throwing Mizkif's way. Now, during the stream, I think they mentioned it a couple of times, but they let their stream know that they have consulted their lawyer before even coming forward with this, and they spoke with them before they went live and are sharing any of this. But continuing on, she goes into why she's talking about this now. And
I want to hear this guy laugh, bro. Like, I know he just laughed like, like, I want to hear him laugh.
Has to do with the fact that she was told by some other content creators that he had done something similar to another individual, another woman, and now she kind of feels an obligation to get this information out there and make sure that nobody goes through what she had to go through.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to be asking, why am I doing this and why now? And I would like to explain that before I get started so that people understand what prompted me to do this today and that it's not just on a whim or something like that. I was informed by 3 separate people, one of whom was present for said incident, that he had done something similar to something that he had done to me, and to someone in LA at the end of September. And this person is not a streamer or content creator, but obviously that does not matter. And because of this, I cannot in good conscience sit here knowing that I know critical information about someone that almost no one else does and not say anything.
Following up after that, she ends up talking about her move from where she originally was living alone in Kansas over to living with Mizkif in Texas. And this is where she confirms that yes, as most people had figured out, they had a relationship during that time.
A lot of people already know this, but I'm just gonna come out and say it. We started dating. We were in a relationship.
What?
January 2022, after I joined OTK. I'm not planning to go into too much detail about the start of the relationship because it honestly doesn't really matter at this point. It's irrelevant now. The only things that really matter that you guys need to know for the story are that it was, one, an extremely private relationship. It was even hidden from friends and people in the org, but I mean, obviously people all eventually figured it out. They're not fucking stupid. And second, it was an
shit, I must be fucking stupid because I didn't know this.
extremely codependent relationship.
I think obviously it's important to make that clarification and make sure we're all on the same page about them having a relationship, that it was codependent, that they were very much relying on each other. I think it just helps provide a bit of context and understanding for the following claims and how they came to be, like the domestic abuse, etc. Now you could expect at the time, of course, Mizkif was a lot bigger than Emiru was, and so going over there and then now getting into a relationship, there's clearly a power dynamic there, you know, tied to their work, things like that. All that to say that she makes a point that other people have noticed or were assuming that this is what was going to be the content of this stream, that Mizkif was incredibly controlling.
The start of it was fine.
Okay.
I saw a lot of people mentioning this. They thought this was what I was going to talk about. It's not a secret. I think everyone who paid attention knew that he was very controlling over what I wore, to a degree, who I was friends with, and even when I would stream.
And so that leads into her talking about one of these first instances where Mizkif was throwing things at her, throwing bottles at her. More than that, also throwing his phone at her.
It was definitely slow over time that things started happening. At the start, it would be things like, for example, he would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him, like, I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, you know, was like, oh, it's
I always knew that nigga was weird, bruh.
It's an accident, and I was like, oh yeah, it's an accident. Like, at the time, I just kind of was, you know, I just brushed it off. And looking back now, I feel like that was kind of the start of him testing my boundaries.
Now, in regard to this black eye specifically, we actually have a post from Livestream Fail. All of this has been coming out in just a few short hours after she had went live with this. Stream from around August of 2022, where some viewers have noticed Emiru's black eye, likely from the bottle incident discussed today. And so she actually talks about getting a black eye, and then towards the end of it, she accidentally alt tabs, and people clipped the alt tab that she had done, and it revealed this photo, what looks to be her, and showing the black eye. They zoomed into it. Again, this isn't confirmed. It's just what people are suspecting. It falls in line with the timeline.
It makes sense, yeah.
It just kind of like fits in all of those parameters, and then this photo showed up in that alt tab. Emiru ends up bringing up the Mizkif cover-up allegations. For those who don't know, if you just do a search, Mizkif got canceled a couple years back, having to do with the fact that it looked like he covered up for a friend of his who had, I believe, SA'd another individual. He ended up going to court for
that.
It.
Ever since then, that's when I knew he was weird. Because if you guys don't know, one of Mizkif's friends literally tried, I don't know, I forget which streamer it was, but he literally tried to, he got into the room with a girl who was laying down on the bed drunk. And obviously, you know, this nigga was trying to, you know what I'm saying, while she was pretty much unconscious, but then people caught him trying to do it, right? Mizkif's friend, they caught him trying to do it, and obviously they confronted him, called him a weirdo, and exposed him. But then it was like Mizkif was over here trying to run PR damage control and protect his friend.
The reason that ties in is, of course, Emiru
Which I don't even know how that's your friend.
was with him at the time, and she ended up trying to help him, but she noticed
After
that
that, like,
very
what?
clearly at around this time, due to what she assumes to be the stress of everything going on, he kind of snaps. This is when things start getting really bad for Emiru. But to start things off, and this really just goes into Mizkif being incredibly insecure about himself from what Emiru is talking about, she goes into detail talking about even more controlling behaviors that he was exhibiting, like not allowing them to stream at the same time.
He never wanted to stream at the same time as me. Like, we really avoided it. And to me at the time, it made sense because, you know, I was like, well, of course, like, you know, we share a lot of community members. If we're live at separate times, we're both going to perform better. You know, it makes sense. Yeah, we were never really live doing the same thing at the same time for a long time, with the exception of, like, things like events or sponsors or, like, you know, just special things.
Now, this goes on like this for a couple years until the first stream that Emery's saying that they ended up doing together was for a Rust event, a game called Rust. And she's going to explain a bit about this, but we actually have clips from that event that end up corroborating the story that she's about to tell us.
The first time that we ever streamed at the same time was for the 2024 Rust Kingdoms event on Twitch. We were sharing drops. So it was the first time in a very long time that we were both going to be live at the same time, doing the same thing, basically. I know you're probably like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? But,
that's weird. That is weird.
So I'm live, he's live, we're both streaming, and like I said, you can go find all of this. This is public, there are clips of this. We're both streaming the Rust event. I start seeing in my chat, people start saying, unofficial Miz raid, and I'm like, what does that mean? And then I check my Discord messages, and he's messaging me saying, like, Emmy, you know, I'm gonna kill myself, I waited, or I'm gonna KMS, I waited so long for this, etc. Basically, he was upset because I had higher viewership than him. That's literally it. I had higher
Mizkif, you are so lame, bro.
He's really upset. I tried to tell him, I was like, bro, you should come back and play. Everyone's having fun.
Like, that's just so lame. Like, can we really think about that? Like, this is your girl, right? Like, you're both two Twitch superstars. Would you not be happy that your girlfriend is getting the recognition that she deserves? Like, am I tweaking? Because like Emiru be working hard. Like, she be doing cosplays and all. That's what I'm saying. Like, and think about it. You both are essentially doing the same thing. You're in the same business, right? You're in the same organization. Would you not like be happy for her getting like this viewership? Like, what is wrong with you? What?
Everyone's like wondering where you are. The end of the stream, and then I'm still live. You know, trying to act like.
That's what I'm saying. If she winning, I'm winning. If she winning, I'm winning. We winning. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So I could like see this was happening. He starts walking behind my stream and slamming the door so loud that my noise gate can pick it up. So even people on my stream are able to hear this is happening. And he slams it so hard and so many times that the front door literally broke. The lock did not work anymore. I hear him back there doing this, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I tell my stream, I'm like, hey, guys, I'll be right back. I get up and I go talk to him, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, Emmy, like, I hate all of you guys. Like, all you guys do is just take from me, and like, I'm just done. Like, I'm just done. And I was like, is this like really happening because of rush drops? And he was like, I don't know what else to do. He was like going off on me, like basically saying that he hated me. And I was like, well, I don't know what to do now. And he was like, go finish your stream so that people don't know anything's wrong.
Now, to corroborate this story, just about tit for tat, we also have, again, live stream fails. People were able to find it. This is that collab stream with him playing Rust with
Mizkif.
They're actually showing the viewer count at the same time.
Like, Mizkif at the time had motion like that. Like, look at this nigga, bro. He looks like Humpty Dumpty. And he was pulling Emiru? He was pulling Maya? What?
It starts out with Emiru having 7,500, Mizkif having 13,000. And so it's showing clips in between of them, you know, going through, playing the game, doing their event, leading up to the point when Emiru starts to overtake him with viewers.
Yo, Jojo.
membership. And from that point, I'm just gonna play you guys a few clips stitched together from this video to show you exactly what she was talking about, where she overtakes him, he ends up going off stream, and you can see her like flinching every time it happens and then her stepping away.
Yo, guys, I'm gonna break this fucking monitor, bro. Hold up. Oh my god. Hold up. Let me show you guys. Cause you see how he has 19,000, right? This nigga has 19,500 viewers. You guys see that, right? Like, everybody sees that, right? She has 25,000. You guys basically have the same amount of views. And regardless, it's hella weird, right? It's some weird ass shit to be jealous of your partner. But this nigga is acting like he had 10 viewers and she had 50K. Nigga, you both have like the same viewership. Oh my god. What the fuck?
Wait, our houses literally look exactly the same.
Yep.
I'd give an arm and a leg for 19,000 viewers. And this nigga is upset? Humpty Dumpty is over here crying?
No, I hardly slept last night. That's why I seem tired today. Because I'm honestly fucking tired, chat. I'll be honest. I'm pretty tired. I'm just tired. Alright, chat. I'll see you guys later. I will see you guys probably tonight, if not tomorrow. I just need a nap. I'm fucking zooted out of my mind.
What does unofficial Mizraid mean?
Why are we all acting like we haven't murdered, like we haven't pillaged, like we have? She had a one-hit advantage. She was coming after me. I had to back.
He really bagged her? Like, this is Emiru Prime, like, cause like Emiru does like a lot of like, you know, like the anime look now, but like you can see her physically flint. What? Egghead Mizkif?
What the fuck is this?
Well, I have some cloth in my house.
Think about this. Your hot girlfriend is over here getting so much success, and you are jealous of her when you both have 20,000 viewers.
House. Go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. There you go. Yeah, she's trapped now.
Fine, look what I did.
Hello, sorry. It's like 20 minutes. Oh. Hello.
Now, honestly, I mean, just having those clips all set together and it's going just about exactly verbatim how she described it, and you can see even in the background Mizkif walking over and then the door slamming, it really is not looking good for Mizkif. Obviously, these are the claims coming from Emiru. Based on how she is presenting these and the severity of them, it just, for me, personally gives it a bit more credence or a bit more substance, but we don't have the full story yet. Obviously, Mizkif has not responded to this yet. I just figure it'd be important to be clear about the fact that I'm kind of leaning towards this seems pretty legitimate, particularly that clip, since we have that string to corroborate.
I mean, it is legitimate.
She says that because of this event, it seems like he really did.
Yeah, let my girl start making M's. I'm over here in the kitchen, apron on. Shit, I'd be half naked and let her walk up and grab my cheeks, nigga. Let her grab an M, bruh, and I get to stay home and cook and shit.
And things start getting even worse from there. She says that this was the tipping. She also said that this was the tipping point for her, and this is when she kind of realized and made the decision that, yes, I'm going to be moving out of the house now. She then starts listing off a few examples of the domestic violence she had referenced earlier.
After like all of that Rust stuff happened was when the other domestic abuse stuff really started. He would destroy furniture in front of me. He would throw things in front of me and near me, destroy walls.
Yeah.
See this in some of his VODs and holes in the wall. There would be times where he was upset at me and I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him, and he would be banging on the door and screaming at me.
That's
and
so sad.
at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour, and like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die, like threatening to kill both of us. This wasn't like even necessarily.
Nah, he hit the what's that one video, bro, where it's like, oh, like when you in the car with your homie and he starts talking about his girl, like, I don't know if I could live anymore. What the fuck?
Because of me, or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food, and
This
he was on
nigga
his
Miz
phone
is
and he
crazy.
saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video, and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer, and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
So that's fucking insane. Unfortunately, this can kind of be corroborated by another content creator, Maya. Here's a relevant clip. It's also showing
Maya
him
is
throwing
also,
stuff.
by the way, if you guys don't know, Maya is also one of Mizkif's exes. Just to let y'all know.
At Maya, I mean, albeit just like right in their face, and she also ends up talking about the driving recklessly.
She's so uninterested.
She said no.
Maya unimpressed. That's what that was.
2 Starbucks bags of Starbucks I got you over the past few days.
Oh my god.
Mizkif,
That was
So that
Wait,
She said no.
Maya unimpressed. That's what that was.
2 Starbucks bags of Starbucks I got.
guys, not even in a joking way. I don't think I would ever throw anything that's not super soft or plush, like a pillow, at my significant other. What the fuck? This nigga just... What? Wait, can we go back?
Recklessly.
She's so uninterested.
She said no.
Maya unimpressed. That's what that was.
Like, right at her face?
Starbucks bags of Starbucks I got you over the past few days.
Oh my god.
Mizkif,
That was
Throw
not
it back.
funny.
Throw it
Yeah, there
back.
better be. Oh my god, I would beat the shit out of him.
We're live.
What the fuck? We're live, she says.
There's something about being trapped in a car with an angry, aggro man that is like the absolute most helpless thing. Dude, I did a guy that would go like 100 miles an hour on the, like we would fight in the car, which was never my decision. Like, it just
What
always
the
came out that we
fuck?
would, like, fight in
Yeah,
the
she's
car.
subbing Miz.
And I would like literally like beg him to slow down. I'd be so scared and I'd cry, and then he would not slow down until I apologized.
So it's not directly saying it was Mizkif. It's just, I guess, the surrounding context.
We know it
makes
was you,
seem very
nigga.
much so like
We
it
know
was.
it
And
was
those who
you.
don't know, Maya also
We
has
know.
hated Mizkif. I feel like the best spot to include a few other relevant clips would be right here, since we're talking about Maya. He was actually shown and fully admitted to getting incredibly jealous whenever Maya had higher views than he would, which falls in line with what Emiru was talking about him being insecure about this.
You had 7,000 viewers when you were playing the crane game.
I had 14,000 this morning IRLing at the nonprofit.
Okay, I didn't need to hear that.
He gets upset.
No, okay. I used no. I used to get upset. I'm not kidding you, chat. I used to legitimately get fucking pissed because I'm like, are you fucking serious? I brought this bitch into the world, and now all of a sudden she's fucking growing faster than I was, because I was going like this, and she was going like this, and I'm like, what the hell is this crap?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, you guys know how I feel, bro. Like, you never call your significant other out of their name. And for him to be like, yo, like, he pulled a Lil Yachty. He pulled a Lil Yachty caribou. He's like, for me to take this bitch out of nowhere and for her to get more viewers than me. What the fuck?
What is going on here? It's the fucking Babsity effect. So I was pissed. I'm like,
The fact
you were such a pussy.
The fact that you can say
And look
that,
how uncomfortable she looks. Can we all just look how uncomfortable she looks?
And feel like it's okay that you felt that way and just be like, yeah, I was like that. Like, that is crazy. That's bad.
Is it bad?
Yes.
Like, look
guess
at
what?
the body language. Body language. Look at the body language. Hold, let me move my camera again so you guys can really get a good look. Because body language is important, right? Look at her. Feet crossed. Oh shit. Feet, you know what I'm saying? She's closed up. Her face, her facial expressions, she looks visibly uncomfortable. Like, this nigga is evil. This nigga is evil. This nigga Mizkif is evil, bro. Wow. Wow. Like, wow. Honestly, wow. I'm shocked.
I don't care anymore.
That's bad.
But I don't care anymore. And I stopped caring.
He's okay as long as I never have more viewers than him. If I ever surpassed him in viewership, which will never happen.
Oh, she'd be done. I'd pull the plug.
I think it's just important to show
Like,
that
wow.
of other people telling the stories like Maya, a previous partner of Mizkif. Next up, we have some screenshots of Mizkif interacting with Emiru, messaging her during a World of Warcraft streaming thing, and he got upset because Emiru had picked the same class, which meant in Mizkif's mind that they were going to be
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like everything we hear about Mizkif, like you're a little bitch. Like, you're a little bitch.
constantly comparing him to Emiru. And so now that, you know, insecurity of his that's getting pressed is Emiru's fault for choosing the same fucking class in World of Warcraft. As she brings these up, I'm just going to pause to read them out, but here it says, how do I know it's not just someone who doesn't follow LoL? Yes, I'm still wanting to be DPS, but for dungeons, I have to tank. Yeah. Mizkif says, you really don't. Like, you don't. Emiru, how can I not tank in dungeons? You straight up don't have to because you're a DPS. My group didn't have other warriors. Yeah, I know where this is going, and I'm not dealing with it. I asked for a boundary, and it's always crossed. You don't know boundaries. Second one here, how can I not
Boundaries to pick a class in a video game.
tank as a warrior in dungeons because you aren't a tank? When I said I don't want to be a tank, I meant I don't want to tank in raid, which is still true because I don't know what I'm doing. Mizkif says you do not need to tank in dungeons. Now I'm going to get so much shit nonstop. And then he starts showing this. Emmy is better. Emmy this. I can't have anything. Emmy, you just take.
Yo, he
not
was
to
just
tank.
so enviously. He's just so envious. And like, how are you envious of your significant other when you're both millionaires? What is there to be envious of?
Just that simple. WTF does that mean? You already played warrior when I told you we were going to get compared. Emiru says in this one, I didn't have another warrior in any of my groups today and no warriors wanting to join. Mizkif says, girl with 27K, I'm assuming live viewers, couldn't find a warrior. You can every time. You just want to tank. I know what you're doing right now and I'm not dealing with it. Emiru says, there were no warriors asking to join and why is it bad for me to pull in dungeons? Mizkif said, because now I'm going to get compared nonstop because now people are just going to say you're better. Because I told you this when you first told me you wanted to play warrior and it's already happening and you just don't care about this stuff ever. Following that up, it says at the bottom, there's no boundaries with you. Now we're the same class, same thing, tanks. And Emery's like, dude. And Mizkif says, don't dude me. I asked for one thing with you, don't be a tank, and now you're tanking. What can I do? Emery says, what am I supposed to do? He says, don't tank. Yep, there it is. Em says, I'm playing the game. And then Miz just starts doing this weird tank. Emmy, do it. Let me handle all the hate. And really starts going at it. The criticism, the you're worse than Emmy. The Emmy is so much better. The people saying you're better in every chat. The comparison, since nobody will be on my side. Let me deal with it. You have fun. I asked you not to become a tank and you didn't listen. And now it's the classic, what was I supposed to do? I'm not dealing with this. P. And then she also provides screenshots.
That's
of
so
Mizkif
weird.
essentially-
Like, that is so weird. And like, let's fuck it. Let's entertain it, right? Say that was the case where you start feeling a little bit hurt, because I understand the internet can be hurt, chat can be hurtful sometimes, especially if you're a content creator of that size. But it's like, why would you ever get mad at your partner? And why would you do this messaging on stream? Like, why would you even have this over Discord? Wouldn't this just be like something you talk about after the stream and be like, hey, like, and it wouldn't even like blame your partner. It would just be like, hey, like, I'm just not feeling too good right now. It just seems like every time we play together that my chat just makes fun of me. Da, da, da. You know, like something like that. What is good with this nigga?
Trying to contact her something like 40 times from January to now when they started this no contact, or at least Emiru did. I'm not really interested in reading through all of these, but to TLDR it for you guys, it's a ton of love bombing and him just reattempting over and over and over again just to get her to contact him, and just multiple instances of him saying like, you are the one person I love, etc. Now we're getting into probably the heaviest allegation made by Emiru, and that is her alleging that Mizkif had attempted to SA her.
So yeah, we were just
What?
talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. When this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with, but I let him hold me while I was crying, and he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then suddenly he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants, and I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, and instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go.
Yo, lock this nigga up, man. Lock him up. Like, real shit, lock him up.
He immediately left my house while I was still crying without checking if I was okay or anything.
This genuinely sounds horrific. I can't imagine to any partner or any past partner that I've had them being in such a vulnerable state, literally crying their eyes out, that would lead into trying to make a move. Now again, this is Emiru alleging this stuff towards Mizkif. We have to wait for a response. Funnily enough, while I've been recording this and like kind of refreshing pages, Mizkif is currently live. For the sake of making this useful for you guys, I'm going to be putting out this video, and then I'm going to go over Mizkif's stream, actually break it down, and then follow up with that video of his response. But to start to bring this video to a close, we have another instance where she claims that Mizkif had talked to one of the employees of Emiru and said that if she tried to talk about anything that she's talking about, that he would destroy her.
Even something happened
What?
this weekend at TwitchCon.
Nigga, I'm not gonna lie. There is nothing you can say after all this evidence, all this everything. Like, unless she forcefully shoved a dildo up your butt, like, you lost.
One of my employees told me he went up to them and he threatened them, saying, if Emmy ever tries to talk about me, I will destroy her, whatever that means.
Now this is kind of alluding to the blackmail part of these claims. And this involves Mizkif apparently wanting to stage this.
And
like,
then also,
smear
that's so sick. Like, this is someone that you supposedly used to love. Like, why are you even stooping this low?
campaign against Emiru if she were to ever come forward with any of this information by claiming from Emiru's perspective falsely that she abused her rabbits. Apparently, he had reached out to other content creators to try to get them on board to talk about this if this situation were to go down, and they did not follow through with helping him out.
I mentioned this at the beginning before I started fully telling the story. I heard from my friends, other streamers, and my employees that he had hooked up a plot that if I ever tried to talk about him, about the abuse or anything else, he would try to go live and say that I killed my rabbit. And I was told that he approached several streamers who were around us a lot when we lived together.
I don't want to laugh, but like... No way this nigga tried to use a pet death to get to box out sexual assault. Nigga.
And asked if they would basically back him up, and they refused.
Yeah, that does indeed sound insane. Funnily enough, as I'm going through and finding these clips, there are clips surfacing from Mizkif's stream that's going on right now of him talking about the rabbit. So I'll be sure to cover that in this follow-up video. At face value, though, that does sound insane. I'd be very interested to see if Mizkif brings any receipts. Now, as this all kind of comes to a close, Emiru says that she is getting a restraining order against Mizkif
as she should.
Texas and
as
California.
she should.
I also want to say, just so people know that I'm not just trying to put this out there and then, I am already in the process of filing a restraining order on him in both Texas and California. And I also wanted to say that I would not be surprised if he tries to sue me for the stream that I did today and for coming out about him. Not because he thinks that he would win, but for PR reasons, like a slap lawsuit.
I think it's very helpful for Emiru's case that she's also taking legal action in this situation. She also mentions at the end she wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, she's on her
if
shit.
Mizkif
Emiru is
sued
not
PR.
stupid.
That
She
makes
is
sense.
intelligent.
At the same time, if this
College
information
educated.
is slanderous in some way, shape, or form, obviously he's going to sue her because she's a huge streamer. And these are very heavy allegations that are being levied. I'm very curious to hear what you guys are.
Can we
thinking
even
about this
call them
situation.
allegations? Like like other than the couch thing, right? We can't prove that, but everything else is kind of proven. We have other witnesses, we have other victims, and we have footage. I'm not even gonna call them allegations.
More longtime fans of Emiru or Mizkif that could give any other information, I'd love to see it in the comments. Come join the Discord if you have useful clips to share, anything like that, or just want to chat about the drama or just anything in general. If you stuck around to this point or just want to see that follow-up video of me going over Mizkif's side of the story, as I'm sure he's going on his live right now and talking about, consider subscribing to the channel. It gets you that notification. You can unsub after this drama. If you found this video useful, want this information to get out to more people, give this video a thumbs up, helps boost it in the algorithm. But regardless if you do either of those things, thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome,
and
Peter
I'll
Griffin.
see you guys next video. Adios. Peace. Bye.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, that was a huge bomb. That was a huge bomb to drop. I always knew Mizkif was a weirdo, especially after that situation. I'm not gonna lie, like I used to watch Mizkif like way back in the day because he was a he used to, if you guys know Ice Poseidon, he used to be Ice Poseidon's cameraman, and Ice Poseidon was a huge streamer back in the day. And he was like one of the first streamers to do IRL. He'd do that IRL shit. And Mizkif left from being his cameraman, and he did the Arky thing. You know what I'm saying? He did the Arky thing, the Alan Ages thing, where you start as the cameraman and then you do your own shit. And he slowly started gaining recognition, and I really thought he was a funny dude, cool dude back in the day. But then after that whole sexual assault thing and he tried to cover it up with his friend, like I just had to stop watching him. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was honestly just disgusted that he could do something like that, and he tried to cover it up for so long. I think it was like 2-3 years ago. And I mean, it just gets worse, you know what I'm saying? Where there's smoke, there's fire. And yeah, this shit burning down. But without further ado, if you guys like the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't fuck with the video, give it a thumbs down. Boo, boo, boo. And it's your boy Brandon. Stay busy, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace.